Mainit na balita.
Section 15 of Rule 5 of COMELEC Resolution 11059 states that no public official shall be suspended without prior written approval of the COMELEC.
What should be very clear today is we are writing to Secretary Remulla, and I am not stepping down.
Ito ang nakakagulat na balita ngayon sa mundo ng politika. Pagsuspende kay Cebu Governor Gwen Garcia, sino nga ba ang tunay na may pakana? Nagulanta nga ang lahat nang maglabas ang Office of the Ombudsman ng suspension order laban sa gobernador ng Cebu sa loob ng 6 na buwan dahil nga di umano sa paglabag sa Republic Act 6713 o ang Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for Public Officials and Employees. Sa inilabas ngang 4 na pahinang suspension notice ay nakasaad dito na nagkaroon nga ng grave abuse of authority, gross misconduct, serious dishonesty, gross negligence at conduct prejudicial to the best interest of the service sa parte ng gobernador. Kaugnay nga ito sa di umano ginawang pag-issue ni Garcia ng special permit sa isang construction company nang walang Environmental Compliance Certificate o ECC sa ahensya ng DENR at hindi din daw nagkaroon ng mga konsultasyon sa mga konektadong ahensya ng gobyerno. Lumabas nga ang nasabing suspensyon 1 linggo lang matapos ang naganap na pagpupulong kay PBBM mismo at ilang mga gobernador sa Visayas, kaya't ngayon ay nagtataka ang lahat kung bakit bigla na lang nagkaganito. Sa isang post ng sikat na political vlogger na si Abines Ernesto Jr. ay di umano ang pagbato ng sisi ng gobernadora sa mga Duterte na di umano utak sa likod ng suspensyon ay isang napakalabong dahilan. Ayon kay Abines, na di umano ang pagsuspende kay Garcia ay wala na sa kakayahan ng mga Duterte mula nang bumaba ito sa pagkapangulo 3 taon na ang nakakalipas. At di umano, hindi patas na sisihin ang mga ito kung si dating Pangulong Duterte mismo ay nakakulong na ngayon sa ICC nang hindi man lang idinaan sa tamang proseso. Dagdag din niya na tila nagtiwala ng masyado si Garcia sa mga Marcos at Romualdez na para bang nakalimutan na yata niya na ang mga taong ito mismo ay mga traidor. Di umano katulad na lang ng ginawa nila sa pamilyang Duterte na siya pa namang nagbigay sa kanila ng pangalawang pagkakataon sa politika. Bagamat maaari daw namang sisihin ni Garcia ang mga Duterte sa mga nangyayari sa kanya, ay sa huli ang pinakaimportanteng tanong pa rin ay kung sino ba talaga ang kasalukuyang may kontrol at kapangyarihan sa gobyerno ngayon.
I would like to greet all of my beloved Cebuanos, and greetings also for those that are watching outside of Cebu in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, and probably other parts of the country, the other parts of the world as well. The biggest news that has hit and I think rocked the entire landscape, political landscape today, is the preventive suspension order that was issued against me by Ombudsman Sammy Martires. I'm in the front page. I hope you chose a good picture of both Freeman and Sunstar. Now, I am here in order that the media, but of course you are the purveyors of the news, that the province of Cebu, my constituents of the province of Cebu, and the rest of the country that are interested in this development, I am here to inform you of the position that together with my legal team, we have arrived upon after a very careful scrutiny of the order itself as well as other existing laws. I believe you already know, to my left, we have Attorney Jong Sepulveda and Attorney Ben Cabrido. To my right, and thank you for flying in at such very short notice, we have Attorney Alex Avisado himself. May I ask you please, Attorney Alex, to introduce?
I am joined by my partner, Attorney Ryan Go and Attorney Des Perles.
All right. Upon advice of my legal team, this order coming just a very few days before the election itself and being well aware of a certain prohibition period where public officials may not be issued suspension orders during the election period. This is why I have decided, upon advice of my counsel, to write a clarificatory query to the Secretary of the Interior and Local Government, Secretary John Vic Remulla, since it is the DILG, through the PNP, if needed, that is tasked to implement this order. And if anyone would wish to, this is the letter that we shall be sending to Secretary John Vic Remulla. And if I may just give you the gist of this, we refer to the suspension order, and we refer also to certain prohibited acts that are contained under the Omnibus Election Code. And for this reason, I have decided to send to him this query for clarification. I'm now signing this. And I shall leave my lawyers to then apprise you of how their study and their very careful research on existing laws have led them to the advice that they gave me as regards my position. Let me just state that right now, pending clarification from the DILG as regards the, shall we say, the appropriateness or the legality of suspending a public official during an election period, pending the final resolution. I imagine that the DILG might also request clarification from the COMELEC. Because you see, as I said, public officials may not be suspended unless it is duly approved by the COMELEC. You are already all aware of this. So pending resolution of my query, I have decided to stay put in office and continue to serve as the governor of this great province of ours. We are in the thick of a very, shall we say, a spirited and, in more colloquial terms, ugly campaign season, and we are going into the final stretch. It is imperative that the province of Cebu portrays this picture and impression of order, of resoluteness and firmness, and that whatever the motivations may be, I will not be perturbed. I will continue to serve the Cebuanos in the best possible way that I can within the bounds of law. So that's it. I will say no more. I will allow one question, and after that, I am really very late. I need to go to the south. You will ask one question.
One at a time. I'll act as moderator. You will 13 questions, go? How many questions?
Beauty before the beast.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Go. Just from Radyo Pilipinas, I would like to ask Go what will happen for tomorrow's launch for the 20 peso rice.
We continue with the launching of the 20 pesos per kilo of rice. I am assured that the Secretary of Agriculture will be present. Plus, perhaps I am not at liberty to divulge further, but I am very sure that Secretary Kiko Laurel will be present. We will also have a Kadiwa presentation right here at the quadrangle, where our farmers will be given the opportunity to sell their products, aided by the DOLE with their tupad that is given to the farmers that for the expenses in bringing over their products. We will continue to do this, and this will be on a simultaneous basis. Other towns and other cities will be beamed into the LED screens, showing also the selling of the rice. Mind you, the selling of the rice will be done by Secretary, not us, not in the presence of candidates. And this will also be replicated in the towns and cities where the 20 peso per kilo will be sold by the municipal agriculturists.
You have any question?
Yeah. Well, aside sa clarification, mobile mo motion for reconsideration sa ombudsman order.
It's always good to keep our cards close to our chest. Di man ni card, pero kanina lang usa akong. So we will not telegraph our moves. What should be very clear today is we are writing to Secretary Remulla, and I am not stepping down. Okay? Thank you.
Okay. No, the lawyer will continue, will expound. Okay, Attorney Avisado now will expound. We are the Cebu Assistant Counsels. Attorney Avisado is the Manila Counsel. For this matter, he will act as our lead counsel. Go ahead, Mr. Attorney Avisado.
May hapon sa inyong tanan, i-clarify lang nako ang position sa legal team ni Governor Gwen. Kani ang among position. With all due respect to the Honorable Ombudsman, ang preventive suspension at this point, di prohibited na siya. We all know na naatakaron sa election period, and under Section 62C sa Local Government Code, no preventive suspension shall be imposed within 90 days prior to the election. Klaro kayo na sa atong batas.
Section 62C, LGC, Local
Government. So, bawal, di ba? Dili lang na, not only that, Section 15 of Rule 5 of COMELEC Resolution 11059 states that no public official shall be suspended without prior written approval of the COMELEC. So isa pud ni, we need to know na bay approval sa COMELEC ang suspension kay Gov. Another rule, Section 16, same law, ang COMELEC resolution, it says that there should be a request for authority to suspend na isasubmit sa COMELEC Law Department before i-impose ang preventive suspension. For these reasons, mauni ang among basis. That's why kaming lawyers, we advise the Governor, Gov, please stay in office. We wrote a letter to the Secretary of the Interior and Local Government asking for clarification and guidance. Secretary Remulla, pwede ba ni? Nabawal man karon ang preventive suspension? Secretary Remulla, pwede ba ni? Nawala man yata ni written approval sa COMELEC. So, pending the action from the SILG, Governor Gwen Garcia is well within her rights to just continue her duties as governor of the province of Cebu. There is no defiance of the Ombudsman order. Ulitin ko lang, usabon nako. With all due respect, there is no defiance of the Ombudsman order. Governor Garcia is just exercising yung legal remedies available to her. Kaya ang batas, klaro man. Klaro ang Local Government Code, klaro ang COMELEC resolution, so we follow. Muni ang among guidance. That's why we wait for the instructions, the guidance from the DILG, kung unsa among himuon. In the meantime, do not abandon the capital, just continue. And muna ang i-announce si Gov kanina. Thank you.
Panyero, we will, sa atong basa-basa banggod karon, especially sa social media, nag-ingon man sila nga tinuod na imong gipanulti nga kinahanglan na ay written permission from COMELEC, pero naa daw kuno'y exception. Is it true? Is true nga naa ba exception?
Tama na. Thank you very much for asking, Attorney Chong. Tinuod na exception. Ang exception sa preventive suspension is a case involving graft and corruption. Republic Act 3019. So, ang kaso ni Gov, does it involve graft and corruption? RA 3019? Ang answer, dili. Klaro kayo sa order sa ombudsman that the allegations involve RA 6713, 6713. Kani ang Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards of Public Officials. Dili ni siya graft. So therefore, since dili ni siya graft, dili ni covered by the exception. Klaro kaayo na. That's our position. That gives us confidence to advise the governor, Gov, tayo pa, dili man covered sa exception, tiyan lang ka. Continue as governor while we seek clarification from DILG. Kasi DILG man ang mag-implement sa preventive suspension if ever implementable siya.
Sir, why not the COMELEC, sir? Why not we ask the COMELEC and not the DILG?
Very good question na, sir. You know why? While the order is not self-executory, dili man. Kaya kung ang COMELEC ang ombudsman mag-impose, mag-serve, kinahanglan man ang replacement. Who will serve as the acting governor? DILG ang task ana. But since you mentioned that, we have here also already a confirmation and a statement yata from the Vice Governor.
Yeah, we have several officials who have already issued a statement of support, including Vice Governor Hilario Davide III, who we know is also a good lawyer and he knows his law. He said to the effect that he will not be assuming, because clearly on its face, the order violates a provision not only of a singular law, as pointed out, the Local Government Code, the Omnibus Election Code, and the implementing rules passed by COMELEC to implement the said law. So, we have to ask guidance from DILG, DILG being the administrative overseer sa local government units. Di man ta gusto magkagubot, magkasabot. Sila may mo implement sa decision kung ilang i-implement, o sila po ang ga-oversee sa administrative operations sa mga local governments. That is why we are asking, ultimately, if the process goes to any other agency, tribunal, including the Commission on Elections, we will cross the bridge when we reach there. Munay amo ang posisyon karon.
Attorney Jong, gahapon natabas sa mismong article na si Goku ang man-notify sa complaint, maka-deliver of answer.
For the
abuse of power
we will not comment or make any legal conclusion. But for the record, what we received yesterday here in this office was just a copy of the suspension order. No other document, paper was attached. Maybe you can explain this further, Panyero.
Tama, sir. No? Tama. It's good you asked that. Kaya ordinarily, pag mag-serve ang ombudsman sa suspension order, na ay naka-attach. Na ikaw, Governor Garcia, suspended ka, naka-attach ang complaint sa imo, naapod na order directing the governor to submit her counter affidavit in the criminal case and her position paper in the administrative case. Karon wala joy gi-attachment lang na any document. So totally wala ta maka-respond. Pero kung gitagaan lang si governor of opportunity to respond, ay we are complete. Naatay may mga very strong points nganong walay basis ang preventive suspension. In fact, Attorney Cabredo is ready to respond kay naaya kay kuan.
Now we are limited to comment yesterday only on the four corners of this 4-page order. But ganinang buntag, we were surprised and also happy, at least naatay laing makomentan. We read a news article. Rappler, apparently, according to Rappler, who's Rappler here? No Rappler representative. They interviewed the ombudsman. Can we have that news report, that clip of the news report where the ombudsman was interviewed regarding this matter? Palihog, nara.
Kana.
Okay. Si Attorney Cabredo will now address this. Kana nga issue.
When I was given a copy of this order to suspend, preventively suspending Governor Gwen, I was just speculating kung sa kanyang ikihan ko. Katumakaning, kaya doon naman may other cases nga nagkukanto sa So, I was trying to come up, then from the four corners, desire ko, makatuning among mga gihimo kung saan pag-address tong atong water shortage sa 2024, which I was really in the thick. Kung nahinumdum mo, before I will go to that issue raised, diyan ako na-confirm kaninang buntag nga ang kadto gyud sa Haklupan where o sa Mananga River ang issue ani na-shock na lang ko nga ikuan siya i-connect sa things. Now, before I will lay down our position in this issue, kay substantive naman niya, ako lang ihatag ang superficial na background niya. Tagaan ko mo of footage sa nahitabo ani before ni action si Gwen atong Mayo. Kamo taga Cebu mamutanan nasayang mo atong tunay naguna og declare og calamity sa Cebu City kay wala kay tubig. Kung hinumdum mo ang MCWD, usually ang ilang Haklupan well or Haklupan dam, ang iyang ginasuplayan is 39 million liters a day. Naabot sa point nga na lang sa 7. At that point, wa pa mo aksigo, pero a month ahead, nag-state of calamity na ang Cebu City. So, during inspection, ipakita ang katong situation sa Mananga River ning decide ang tanang agencies involved, tanang stakeholders. Dili siya ibuhat ni Gov lang, iyahang single action. Series of consultative.
Hinahinay sa tag-awa. That is...
Magiana na siya motor.
Umurag na, graph road na. That's the river. Okay, that's the river. That is the subject matter of the complaint.